Okay. All good? You do that. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. For this session, Ibnu Sinawardi will be giving a talk titled "Use Vertex AI Conversation to Quickly Create Chatbot." Ibnu is an entrepreneur and social developer at gits.id. He enjoys sharing his experience through workshops and seminars on technology and often teaches programming to communities and students. In 2015, he joined GDE, Google Developer Expert Program, for Android and made an impact on thousands of developers as speakers at various events. However, in 2019, he had to leave the GDE program to help Google as a TVC for 1.5 years to create the Bankit program, a training program on Android and machine learning. He has now rejoined DDE program and is now about technology and always been passionate about sharing with communities. So in this talk/workshop, Ibnu Sinawardi will be talking about this. Okay, Ibnu, you may start.
Okay. Thank you, everyone, and thank you for inviting me to these sessions. So my name is Ibnu. You can call me Ibnu or Ibun. I'm from Bandung, Indonesia. You can see from my T-shirt here. This is the T-shirt from my last event in Bandung, Google I/O Extended Bandung. Have you ever go to Bandung here? No, to Indonesia? Only 1,000 person here. Okay, I want to ask you, do you prefer me to speak in English atau menggunakan bahasa Indonesia? Mix. Okay, so you can learn Indonesian language also. And I always learn Malay language from Upin Ipin and also Bu Boy. So I can understand what you speak. Oke, langsung saja kita mulai ya. Acara hari ini, sesi hari ini, I will talk about Vertex Conversation AI. How many of you pernah membuat chatbot? Only one? Only two. How many of you yang pernah menggunakan BART atau ChatGPT? Oke, all of you ya. How many of you understand how to create the prompt? Okay, all of you, almost all of you. Okay, di session saya akan memberikan informasi. We can create chatbot without coding, tanpa coding sama sekali. Yeah. How? We can use Vertex AI Conversation. Di sini ada yang not programmer, bukan programmer. Okay, half of you ya. Okay, this is the topic that you want to hear because you don't need to code, yeah, using Vertex AI. Okay, how many of you are already registered for GCP? GCP, Google Cloud Platform Console. Oh, none of you ya. Jadi, one requirement untuk bisa menggunakan Vertex AI, you need to register to GCP. You can go to console.cloud.google.com and you can register, and then you can put your credit card or maybe debit card to be able to use GCP. And also they have the free tier, so you don't need to worry about the pricing. GCP punya free tiernya, jadi ada beberapa layanan yang kita bisa pakai free atau gratis atau percuma ya. Nah, apa itu model? Large language model, or you can use the term LLM, large language model. Ini adalah, you can imagine this is the magic book. This is the book that can understand everything you ask. Yeah. How? Because the book sudah membaca, sudah mempelajari banyak sekali sumber, entah dari Wikipedia, dari jurnal, dari tesis, apapun itu, dan sudah dicatat di magic book tadi. So that we can ask anything and they can merangkai, they can create the sentence from the book that they learn from the any sources ya. Nah, jadi sekarang jika kita ingin membuat chatbot, kita tidak perlu lagi membuat model. No need to create model because Google provides model for us. OpenAI, ChatGPT provide model for us. We can just use. Kita hanya menggunakan bukunya, kita sewa, kita bayar, tergantung pemakaian. If we use one character for input and one character for output, that is something that we need to pay. Jadi bayarnya itu tergantung inputnya berapa, outputnya berapa. Ya, ini yang kita bayar. We don't need to create model. They have everything. We just need to run. We just need to pay as you go. And also, this is the Gen AI app builder, or we can say Vertex AI conversation or search. Jadi di Google sudah ada tools untuk create chatbot and no need to code. Just upload the documents, just create the prompts, and then we can just click, and then voila. It's already published on the maybe Line, maybe in the SMS, on the Google Chat, and everything, or Slack, or maybe the website. Okay, what's the difference between generative answers in chatbot or just the rule-based chatbot? Maybe kalian pernah coba chatbot that can answer anything, but you need to use the formatted message. Press 1 for this question, press 2 for this question, press 3 for this question. Use this format if you want to ask about anything. Yeah, that is the rule-based system. Kelemahannya, disadvantage for the rule-based system, we need to create all the scenario. They cannot understand what we ask if mereka tidak membuat rules untuk menjawabnya. For example, di tengah obrolan dengan chatbot yang menggunakan rule-based, contohnya, maaf saya ingin pergi ke kamar mandi dulu, nanti saya lanjutkan. They cannot understand, because they didn't write anything for the rules if you want to go to the toilet. Tapi kalau kita menggunakan Gen AI di chatbot, they can understand anything. They can answer just, okay, I will get here, and if you need anything, just call me back. Okay, that is the advantage for the Gen AI. Okay, I want to do some live demo so you can understand, you can imagine what is the Vertex AI conversations. This is the link that you can see later, or maybe you can try it yourself in your home. You can just search Dialogflow CX Generators Code Lab. This is the keyword that you need to write on Google search. Google Dialogflow CX. Okay. And this is the link. If you open the website, this is the link. This is the code lab. You can just follow the instructions. This is Indonesia or English. You can follow the instructions, and then you can create the chatbot, the Hello World chatbot, by using this code lab. So what we want to build is the chatbot that can answer anything about blood donations, donor darah. Yeah, this is the purpose of the chatbot of the Code Lab. So the first thing to do is, okay, you need to open the Vertex AI. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, this one. Okay, this is the Code Lab. So the first page is about the overview, what we want to build, what features that we will use, and what the keywords that we want to learn. For example, we will create the chatbot using Vertex AI Conversations. This is the features on Google Cloud that we can use. And also we will use data store agents on Dialogflow CX. This is the product from Google that we can create, that we can use to create dialogue or maybe the conversations. For example, if you want to ask about the return for pengembalian barang or maybe refund from pembelian, we can use the Dialogflow to create the scenario. And also, we can just next. Okay, so the first thing to do is we need to create our console, and we can use the, okay, this is the GCP console. So if you create the account on GCP, you can just search for Vertex conversation here. Okay, or search and conversation. This is the menu that you need to do to click, and then it will show you all the apps that you have built, and then you can create also the new app here. Let's create the new app. Okay, if you open the console for the first time, it will ask you to enable the API. Just follow the instructions, just click the button, and you are ready to use the Vertex AI. And then let's follow the instruction here. The first thing is we need to create the chat app in Vertex AI Conversations. If you get to Vertex AI Conversation console, here, this is the console, and then we click the chat here, and just put the company name, maybe Deves Brunei, and the agent name, we can just, okay, donation agent, donation ini, okay, Brunei donation agent, and we can choose the region or multi-region. Okay, we can use the US because it's limited for the location, hanya available di Amerika saja dan Eropa. Untuk di tempat lain menyusul, mungkin nanti akan ada di Singapura atau di tempat lain. Okay, we can click continue. This is the important things. Kita harus menyediakan sumber data dari the sources that we need to upload. So, what is the difference between Vertex AI and BART? If we want to ask anything that related to any public information, and jika Anda tidak punya data yang rahasia untuk ditanyakan, you can use BART. Tapi kalau misalnya your company mau buat chatbot yang sumber datanya adalah dari SOP atau SOP ya, SOP or maybe the procedure from your company or maybe the confidential data, you can use Vertex AI. Karena Google tidak akan mengambil atau mengkoleksi data dari Vertex AI. It's private for your company. Yeah, so that's why there is Vertex AI. You can upload anything. You can upload your confidential data here, or maybe you can upload your financial report here. It's safe. Okay. We can choose the data from the website. If you have any public website, you can choose here, and you can put your domain, and Google will crawling from your website. But one requirement is the website harus milik kamu. Bagaimana caranya? Nanti akan ada cara verifikasi jika website ini adalah milik kamu. Kita tidak bisa masukkan website milik orang lain. Harus our website ya. Lalu data dari BigQuery, data warehouse, itu database yang ada di Google, kita bisa masukkan. Lalu dari cloud storage, you can imagine cloud storage is like Google Drive. Ya, jadi tempat naruh file, PDF, Google Docs, TXT, anything. You can upload anything to cloud storage. And API, if you have the external data, you can upload this to the Vertex using API. In this Code Labs, we can use the Google Cloud Storage folder. It means they already provide the data for us and just put the address here. Unstructured means the document like PDF, HTML, DXT, or anything. So we can use here, continue, and then we get, this one, okay. This one, we can just put the storage here, and maybe the unstructured document, it means PDF, HTML, anything, and continue, and put the data store name. For example, this one. Okay, create here. Okay, this one is the data that we already create, the Australia Red Cross Life Blood Unstructures. So after this one, we can just click create, and then you can just wait for a few minutes, only few seconds. Okay, this is the apps that we already create, and then we can go to the next step. What's the next step? Okay, it can take up to 4 hours for your documents to be available. It means if you just upload the document, they can understand what you ask, what you upload 4 hours later. But that's okay. We can create the scenario, we can create the diagram before it's ready. Okay, the next things is, okay. Next, we provide the data store to our Dialogflow. What's the Dialogflow? Let's see. So this one is a Brunei Blood Donation Agent. We can just click the apps, and then it will be redirected to Dialogflow CX. This is the product from Google that we can use to create the context, to create the intent, to design the conversation. Okay, this is the start page, the first page that is like the welcome screen. So if we ask anything about hello, hi, anything, so it will answer from this intent. Okay, what's the next step? The next step is to go to agent settings. To go to agent settings here. Okay, agent setting, where is it? The click agent top right corner of the page. Top right, okay, this one. Okay, this is the machine learning tab. So the first thing is to enable the generative AI, so they can understand what you ask, anything. If you want to go to the toilet, if you want to pick up the phone, if you want to go away, you can ask anything. So it can answer what you ask. So here, generative AI, and then you need to enable this one. Okay, it's already enabled, I think. Okay, so we need to give the context so it can understand what the agent is. So kita harus memberikan informasi, kamu tuh siapa, chatbot ini siapa. So we can use your name is Donet. Your name is Donet. Okay, your name is Donet. You can see this here. Your name is Donet. And then you are helpful and polite chatbot. You are helpful and polite chatbot. Okay, you are helpful and polite chatbot at what the company? For example, the company is Save a Life. Okay, the chatbot at Save a Life, a fictitious organization, and your task is humans with eligibility information. Okay, terus and then your tax species. Okay, that's all. Okay, your name is Donat and you are helpful and provide chatbot at Save Life Fictionist Organization, humans with LGBT information. Okay. Okay, I think this one. Okay, this is the context. You need to provide the chatbot information about who are you. So you are the chatbot to help our company. So this one, and then we can just click save. And then go again to build tab here. Okay, you can test the agent here. For example, hi, how are you? I'm doing well. How can I help you today? So we can see the icon here. The icons means it's generated by AI, by Gen AI, not by rule. Yeah, we can use the rule or we can use the AI to answer any questions. So this is answer from the AI. Okay, let's go again to the Kotlab, and then we can use this generative response if they don't understand what we type, what we ask. Okay, start page here, and then go to nomads. So it means if they cannot see, they cannot understand what we ask, they can answer using the generative fallback here. It's already enabled. So that's why they can understand. They can understand how are you. Yeah, enable generative fallback. Okay. And then for the next step here is to edit the data store. So the data store is like okay, the source that we input before. For example, we already input the Australian Red Cross Lifeline data store from our cloud storage, right? Kita sudah upload dokumen yang tadi kita input ke dalam cloud storage dan kita akan otomatis melihat ada di data stores. It means semua pertanyaan yang kita tanya, kalau mereka tidak menemukan di rules atau tidak menemukan di source lain, dia akan mengacu ke sini. Ya, dia akan melihat dari our data stores. Jika tidak ada di data store dan tidak bisa menjawab, dia akan menggunakan generative fallback. Ya. So there is the order, there is the ranking. Ya. First one is rules, and then data stores, and then nomads intent, or maybe intent here, default intent, and then the last one is generative fallback. Okay. Kemudian we can see this is the output that we want to put on our chatbot. So we can double check here. It's already here, ya. So from our generative fallback, from our data stores, kita menanyakan data store dan data store akan menjawab sesuatu yang disimpan di variable. Ya. Understand variable ya? Variable ya. Dia akan menyimpan di variable. What variable? This one. This is the variable that data store use to store the response. And then we can just put the variables here. So the chatbot will directly answer the questions. If you put the prefix here, for example, saya menjawab. Okay, let's see. Test agent. Hi, how are you? Oh, this is not okay. This is from the fallback, not from the data store. I want to donate blood. Okay, this one. Saya menjawab. Okay, you can see this here. Saya menjawab. To donate blood. How can? Because jawaban ini diambil dari data stores. Yang tadi kita edit adalah respons dari data store, bukan respon dari generative fallback. Ya, respon dari data store ya. Jadi we can understand what is the correlation between this agent says variables and also the response. Okay, we put it back, save, and then we go back to this one. Next one, test the agent. Okay, we can just copy and test the agent here. What else do I need to be donate? To donate? You can register to donate organs and tissue if you are over the age of 16. We can see the custom payload here. Jika kita klik, kita akan melihat the reference ya. Kita melihat referensi. Dia menjawab dari mana? Dia menjawab dari dokumen yang kita upload tadi. Nah, this is the link. Ya. Dokumen yang kita upload. This is the link. So it's proven ya. Jadi memang kita bisa membuat chatbot dengan data yang sudah kita upload. No code ya. No code ya. Just upload the document, just create the fallback, or maybe just to fine tuning the dialog flow, and voila, is there. And then how to improve the chatbot. Let's see. Let's see if you want to improve for this one. For example, if you want to make the chatbot ask the follow-up questions, for example, this is the answers, and do you want to donate, or would you like to take the quiz for the eligibility quiz, and we can answer yes or no. For example, this one. Okay, we can change the response from the data store like this one. Data stores, this one. Okay, can change. This is the answers, and this is the follow-up question. Would you like to take the LGBT quiz and start the changing life? The possible answer is yes or no, right? Okay, so then we create the handler yeah, for the yes or no questions. To begin, we create the confirmation yes intent. Okay, confirmation yes intent. This is we save it first, and then we create the intent. Okay. This one. Okay, to make it short, I want to open the already finished this one. Okay. Okay, this is the start page. This is the new intent that already provide. We can just click root, and then we can create the intent here, and we can create the new intent. So for example, I already create the yes intent here. So the yes intent is the intent that we use the rule-based system. For example, we can train the intent by using this is the sample of the question, sample of the answer ya. If we answer yes, ya, mau, oke, baiklah, dan segala macam, so you can understand this is the confirmation yes intent. Yeah, this is the confirmation yes intent. And then what's next? If the chatbot already recognize the yes intent, the next one is they want to. We can go to the next page. This is the eligibility quiz page. Okay, the eligibility quiz. So we can create any page from this sidebar. For example, sample page here. This is the sample page. It's like it's really similar for the start page. It's like this. So we can create the scenario, we can create the intent, we can create the anything like this. And okay, this one the flow from the start page. And then let's see for this one, we already create the confirmation yes, and then okay, this one we need to create the new page, eligibility quiz page here. LGBT quiz page, this one. Okay, and then we can put the new form parameter age weight. Okay, this one. Okay, let's create the new one, LGBT quiz. This one. Okay, add new form parameter. This one. We can put the new parameter here. For example, egg weight. This one parameter. And then what type of egg weight? This is integer or string? Integer, number of or string? Number or X? If we want to ask about the umur egg. Number ya? Number, okay, number. And then is it required or not? This is required to be able to understand how old are you. And then we can just click save. Okay, this is the new page. Oh, this one, okay. This is the numbers and this is required, and we can just click save and it's already done for the new page. And then we can create also for the another parameters, for example, weight or the age and weight. This is two parameters or two variables. We can just display the prompt. So from the LGBT, okay, this one. I always forgot to switch the share screen. Okay, this one that we need to put for the text prompt. Okay, so for the default models, we can just put the display name for the this one, for example. Okay, let me check where is the fulfillment here. Okay, let me see. Okay, this one. Okay, so I will jelaskan lagi sekali lagi. Oops. Nah, jadi kita akan menggunakan yes di sini roots-nya. Ketika yes ini kita deteksi, dia akan maju ke halaman LGBT quiz ya. Masuk ke LGBT quiz di sini. Masuk ke sini ya, quiz. Kapan dia no and flow? Kalau misalnya dia menjawab no di sini. Nah, what's next after we say no and flow? Okay, so we can see the mini map here. From the start page, we can go to a LGBT quiz or end flow. So what if we go to the LGBT quiz? Kita akan ditanya tentang dua hal, age dan weight. Ya, let's test. Oke, kita coba ya. Halo, I want to donate blood. Oh, hello. I want to donate my blood. Okay, I think will this link helpful? And start the channel. Would you like to take the LGBT quiz? Yes or no? I say yes. How old are you? How can they ask the question? Because in this parameter, I put the agent says here, how old are you? To ask for the umur ya, for ask the umur. So if we put here maybe 30, nah, they will save the parameter here. So my age is 30, umur saya 30. And the next question is another question that we need to fulfill. We have two parameters here, age and weight. And what's the questions? What is your correct weight? Okay, for example, 70. and it will automatically put the weight here, 830, weight 70, and this is the answer from the chatbot. Thank you for your interest in donating blood. We appreciate your willingness to help the others in need. And based on the information, you are 30 years old and weight 70 kilograms. Therefore, you meet the eligibility criteria and are able to donate blood. So, how to create the sentence here? This is what the AI do, Gen AI. So for this one, we can see the roots here. Okay, so there is generator keyword. This is the root that we can trigger if the all the parameters all is final. It means all the parameters is complete. Ya, semua parameter sudah final, sudah complete dan sudah terisi. It will be automatically go to this root. Oke, otomatis masuk ke sini. Dan ketika masuk ke rute yang ini, kita tadi sebenarnya saya sudah buat ya generator di sini ya. Generator kita bisa add ya. Let's add, for example, this one, or maybe just edit another one. Okay. Okay, this one is okay. This one is the generator that we want to build. So the first parameter is 8. Yeah, the first parameter is 8. Yeah. Okay, this one. Okay, this is the prompt. Okay, if you understand about the prompt, so this one we can use the prompt and put the parameters and variables in the prompt. For example, this one. This is the prompt that how we can generate the response if we are eligible or not. Contohnya begini, check the user's eligibility. So please check the user's eligibility. This is prompt against the following criteria. The minimum age is 18. So the minimum is 18. We give this context to chatbot to the AI, and the maximum age is 75. This is not in document. This is what we provide on the prompt or context. And the weight must be at least 50 kilograms. The user is $8. It means this is the variable that we get from the response. This we get from the last question. Ya, tadi kita sudah lihat ya, kita sudah buat parameter age, kita sudah buat parameter weight. Nah, dua parameter yang sudah kita tulis, we can consume. We can use it on our context or our prompt. $8, okay, years old. It will be dynamic based on our response. And weight, this one, $weight. It means a variable. Craft an email and politely explain to the users if they are eligible to donate and if not, why. We don't give the sample sentence. We just need put the prompt, just put the instructions so they can understand, they can generate the response. Yeah, the AI can generate the response. We don't need to create all the possible answers. We just need the context. This is ini yang saya mau. Tolong buatkan respon dengan data ini. And then we can see the response like this one. Okay, this is the response from the AI, not the response from our sample. Okay, this is the context, and this is the model that we use. And this one, if you want to fine-tuning the model. Okay, this is the sample of using Gen AI on Dialogflow. Okay, that's it. So you can create the chatbot here. So if you want to try the chatbot, try the CodeLab, you can just use the CodeLab. And I think if you just create the conversation, the simple conversation, it will be free. Yeah, Google will give you credits if you want to first use the Gen AI. So you can use it for your projects or maybe the thesis, the final project on your university and anything. or maybe the research in your company. And that's all. If you have any questions, is there any Q&A? Okay, cool.
If you have any questions, please feel free to raise your hand or type your questions in the Q&A chat online.
Oh yeah.
You said you can integrate into that website as well.
Yeah.
Can you do it with Meta apps as well, macam WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook?
Okay, good questions. So this is about the integration, right? Okay. In Dell 12CX, we can kita bisa lihat menu integration here. Ya. Ada banyak sekali yang sudah disupport dan we just need to put the API key or configure the settings and we can just automatically integrate. For example, if you want to integrate with the Facebook messengers, just click connect, put the credentials, and click done. It will be automatically connect to Facebook Messenger, to your page, or maybe Line, Google Chat, Slack, anything. But if you want to integrate to your website, you can use Airflow Messenger. Just put the widget here, the script. Yeah, just put the script on your website, and you can see the. Let's check. I have a sample for this one. Okay, this is the UI if you put the widget on the website here, like this one. Oh, maybe this one. This is the. Okay, this is the widget. Just put the code on our website and we can see the widget here. There are a lot of style that we can use. You can just put the ribbon, the small button, and click, and it will expand automatically. Or maybe you can use like this one, expanded by default. Ya. Sudah menjawab pertanyaannya? Okay, cool. Another question. Any document that text-based, not diagram, not image, text. So you can put anything, your maybe book, PDF, TXT, anything. It can support Excel, but I think it will hard to understand what's the context for the column and row. So I think you need to explain the table. Yeah.
How about macam pakai website link atau apa ni site apps? I think Airflow uses that.
Yeah, the link for the crawling from the website, right? Okay, we can see here. Okay, for example, I already create the, where is it? Data stores. Okay, we can create new data store. For example, the website. We can put a lot of website here. For example, alterstay.co/asterisk. And then kids.id/asterisk. Okay, we can put a lot of website here, but if you click save, continue, it will ask you to verify the domain. If you don't have the domain, so you cannot crawl the website. But there is a workaround. Ada caranya. Kamu bisa coba gunakan another tools to crawl the website and save the HTML and put this on cloud storage. Yeah, use another tool. Put it as HTML, put on cloud storage. For example, this one, this is the HTML from the Google Stores website. Okay, this one. This is the sample of the HTML from Google Store. Let's see the sample. Okay, this one is the website that all this save on the file and upload on the cloud storage. Yeah. That's the workaround. Okay. Any question?
One last question.
Yeah.
You showed me that you can integrate into multiple different platforms. So how about macam integrate into other like systems and apps? Macam like if you have an accounting system atau calendar.
Yeah. So it's like the advanced integration, right?
Yeah.
Besides of this ready to use integration, we can use the API. So, but I forgot where to find the API, but it's already there. So you can use the API to ask the questions and to get the response. You can put the response on any platform that you need. Yeah. Call the API, get the response, and put on any system. Any questions? Seru ya? Tak perlu coding ya? Just upload document and then save. Nobody, Google will not collect the data, and ya kita bisa membuat chatbot dengan waktu 1 hari 2 hari. Okay. Sorry? API bisa dicari di Jalur ini, yang tadi ditanyakan ya. Iya. API di mana ya? Saya juga nak cari ini ya. API, where is the API here? It must be here. API Azure Telegram. I think in this one, documentation. Can I respond? Nah, interaction with the API. Okay, this one. You can see on the documentation page. You can go to interaction with the API. For example, for the REST API, you can just call the URL and get the response as body and get the response and put this on your system. Yeah. The documentation page. Okay. Any questions?
That's the end of Ibnu Sina's session. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Kahut ada kahut? Tak ada. Out of time. Oh, so sad. So tak ada hadiah ya. Ya sudah, tak apa. Thank you semuanya. Have a nice day.